Matilda Djerf is getting cancelled in a big way.
Matilda Djerf, who is kind of Sweden's Molly May, has just made a statement addressing all the allegations against her by her workers. And last week, an article came out about her in a Swedish publication, and the allegations about her as a boss were damning.
I'm shocked that Matilda Djerf is not super nice and like the angel that they thought she was. And yeah, you've been misled when she portrays something that she isn't, but you do not know the person.
What's up, everyone? You're tuning into the channel where we uncover the truth behind the headlines. Today, we're diving deep into the controversy surrounding Matilda Djerf, the Swedish influencer and founder of the clothing company Djerf Avenue. Matilda has built her brand on values like inclusivity, diversity, and positivity. But behind the scenes, former employees have come forward with claims that paint a much darker picture, one of toxicity, favoritism, and mistreatment. Could these allegations bring her empire crashing down? Let's get into the details. Before we unpack the drama, let's take a step back. Who is Matilda Djerf? Known for her effortless, candy chic style, she's become one of the most influential figures in the fashion industry. With millions of followers on Instagram, Matilda's brand, Djerf Avenue, promises fashion-forward, sustainable, and inclusive clothing. It's a dream for many, but recent revelations suggest that this dream might just be a facade. So, what exactly is going on? A Swedish publication, Aftonbladet, released a video report featuring 11 former and current employees of Djerf Avenue. These employees, their voices altered for anonymity, shared shocking accounts of their experiences, painting a grim picture of what it was like working under Matilda's leadership. These individuals, some of whom chose to remain anonymous out of fear of retaliation, described the workplace riddled with public berating, intense favoritism, and a culture of control that left many employees feeling powerless and undervalued. One former employee, let's call her Anna, shared that Matilda's temper would flare over seemingly trivial matters.
Today's full YouTube video is in Swedish, but there are English subtitles. Here are just some stuff that the employees had to say. One person said that there have been times where she lined up employees, yelled at them and told them that they were bad at their jobs, to the point where employees started to cry and one wanted to resign on the spot. Others say she would yell at them if they were sitting in the wrong seat. She would yell if someone did not heat up her food. If something was not clean, she would throw a temper tantrum. She yells at us, calls us names. I've probably never been so scared of a person in my life. Every day there's a psychological terror in that office.
Picture this. Anna's sitting at her desk, struggling to meet her headlines, when Matilda storms into the office. Her complaint? The coffee isn't ready. Or perhaps someone accidentally sat in a chair Matilda considered hers. These outbursts, according to Anna, weren't isolated incidents. They were part of the daily grind, a constant reminder that the workplace wasn't just demanding, but outright hostile.
We work at Djerf. Of course we're always taking photos.
We work at Djerf. Of course we go to therapy. We work at Djerf. Of course we can't use Matilda's bathroom unless she likes you. We work at Djerf. Of course we cry every day. We work at Djerf. Of course we get bullied, harassed, and abused 24/7. We work at Djerf. Of course we have to scrub the toilet for our boss.
The environment was so toxic that I started having panic attacks. I dreaded going to work every single day, claimed another anonymous employee. The emotional toll was immense. Many described how the stress began to manifest in their personal lives, with some developing anxiety and even physical symptoms like sleep deprivation. Imagine waking up each morning with a knot in your stomach, knowing you're walking into an environment where you're not just unappreciated, but actively undermined. Several employees also mentioned feeling a constant sense of dread. The unpredictability of Matilda's mood swings meant that no one felt safe from criticism, no matter how small the mistake. The atmosphere of fear and intimidation wasn't just a passing phase, it became embedded in the company's culture.
And the allegations about her as a boss were damning. The publication spoke to 11 current and former employees of Djerf Avenue, which is her brand. People said that they were shamed if they took public transport to work, that they were scared of her, that she had her own toilet in the office. One day a sign had fallen off of it, someone used it by accident and she lost her shit. And I think worst of all, for someone who claims to have a size-inclusive brand, allegedly doing a photo shoot with a plus-size model. And while looking at the photos, she said, "We need to reshoot that, she looks effing fat. I can't show those." Today, Matilda has addressed the allegations. I feel terrible if any staff members felt mistreated or due to my actions. This is something I'm truly sorry for. But of course there's a however. It's like, sorry you felt like that, however, that doesn't sound like me. So she's like reflecting and developing, but also not really taking any accountability. However, the COO also spoke with Aftonbladet, which was the publication in Sweden. She actually alluded to the fact that the company is aware. She said there are areas that need to be developed, including leadership.
For many, this wasn't just a job, it was an ordeal they had to survive day after after day with little hope for change. And it doesn't stop there. Several employees also accused Matilda of fat-shaming models, directly contradicting the brand's ethos of inclusivity. One particularly appalling story involves a plus-sized model who was hired for a photo shoot. During the session, Matilda reportedly looked at the images and demanded the shoot be redone. Her reason? She called the model so effing fat and claimed the clothes did not look good on her body. The implications of this are staggering. Here was the face of a brand celebrated for embracing all body types, allegedly undermining her own message with cruel, derogatory remarks. This wasn't an isolated incident either. According to employees, such comments were part of a larger pattern. Another worker recalled overhearing Matilda critique the appearance of models during meetings, often favoring those who fit traditional beauty standards over others who did not. She would smile for the camera and preach about body positivity, but behind closed doors, it was a completely different story. One staffer claimed the dissonance between the company's public image and its internal culture couldn't have been clearer. An employee summed it up perfectly. The company's outward image is nothing like the reality of working here. It's the exact opposite. You're sold a dream, but working there is a nightmare.
Allegedly was really rude to her employees, and apparently she body shamed them. I've also heard that she was just saying really rude things to them, not treating them with any respect, screaming and shouting at them. I loved Matilda Djerf, and I've always wanted something to purchase from Djerf Avenue. So I am a little shocked with this information, but also on the other hand, what did you expect? It's the fashion industry. I just don't think working in the fashion industry should be an excuse for this behavior, because it's not acceptable. She's also getting compared to Miranda in The Devil Wears Prada. And if you
Now let's talk about the infamous toilet incident. According to a former employee, we'll call her Stina, Matilda had a designated toilet in the office, a bathroom set aside exclusively for her and a select few employees she favored. This wasn't just implied. There was even a handwritten sign taped to the door that read, "Please do not use." For most staff, this toilet was off limits, a symbol of hierarchy within the company. However, one day the sign fell off, and an unsuspecting employee, unaware of the unwritten rules, used the forbidden bathroom. What happened next shocked everyone. When Matilda found out, she reportedly singled out another worker and humiliated them by forcing them to scrub the toilet clean. This wasn't a polite request or a casual remark. It was, according to witnesses, an aggressive and demeaning order issued in front of others. Imagine being a professional only to be reduced to scrubbing a toilet as punishment for someone else's innocent mistake. The humiliation did not end there. The incident was said to be accompanied by a sharp, scolding tone, amplifying the workers' embarrassment. This level of micromanagement and control left a lasting impression on the team. Employees described the ordeal as yet another example of the toxic environment Matilda had created, an environment where power dynamics were glaringly obvious and respect for others seemed non-existent. When questioned, Parnila Boni, a spokesperson for Djerf Avenue, attempted to justify the private toilet. She claimed it was a measure taken to help Matilda stay healthy, though she did not elaborate on how segregating a bathroom or forcing employees to clean it contributed to anyone's well-being. Stay healthy? Critics asked. By making someone else clean it? The explanation, unsurprisingly, fell flat and only fueled the growing backlash against the company.
So apparently Matilda had her own toilet that she would use and was not allowed to be used by anyone else except for some of her favorite people that she would allow to use her toilet. She had even put up this sign saying, "Please do not use," to the others in that office. Well, one day this sign had fallen. So someone else had used the toilet because it's a toilet, they thought they could. And then Matilda had another employee scrub the toilet clean before she could ever use it again. And one employee said, "She does not use the same toilet as us. She doesn't look at us as people, as colleagues."
Now, as the backlash gained momentum, Matilda took to Instagram to address the situation. Her initial response, a comment buried deep in her feed, apologizing for her actions and promising to be better, she wrote, "I take the criticism very seriously. If any employee has felt mistreated due to my actions, I am truly sorry and sincerely apologize."
Or how to start this video. So I want to start off by saying that I am so genuinely so sorry to anyone that I have let down and to anyone that I have hurt. I know that I've been quiet on social media the last couple of days, and I wanted to meet with the Djerf Avenue team before going on here. And I know that my words will fall short, and I know that what I'm saying now will fall short, and I know that it's not an answer, and I know it's not a solution, but I hope that so many of you know that my way of expressing myself is through words, which is why I've tried to put my words and my future actions into a text that you can all read, and I hope that you will take your time to read it. And again, I want to say that I am so sorry to anyone that I have let down. And I want to say that I'm sorry to anyone that I have hurt. And yeah.
She also mentioned hiring a coach to improve her leadership skills. But here's the thing, the apology felt half-hearted. How can you apologize while simultaneously denying some of the allegations? One commenter pointed out the contradiction, saying you can't take accountability and claim the accusations are false at the same time. It's not just Matilda under fire. Rasmus Johansson, her partner and the CEO of Djerf Avenue, has also been pulled out. One ex-employee told Aftonbladet, this scandal isn't just about Matilda. Rasmus needs to step up and take responsibility too. By standing up and letting this happen, he's complicit. In response, Rasmus issued a public statement. This is a clear signal that we need to do more. I am determined to learn from this and create a stronger, more supportive organization. Words are great, but actions speak louder. To contain the fallout, Matilda posted 2 videos on her Instagram stories. In them, she apologized again, saying she never intended to create a toxic environment. She also shared a longer written statement on her feed, claiming that her inexperience as a leader was to blame. When I started Djerf Avenue, I never expected the company to grow this much. Under stress, I failed to be the leader I wanted to be, she wrote. Matilda also announced several measures, hiring an experienced management team, consulting an external psychologist, and conducting anonymous surveys to gather employee feedback. But is it too little too late? So, what's next for Matilda Djerf? Can she rebuild her reputation, or is her empire destined to crumble under the weight of these allegations? Some believe she can bounce back with genuine change, others think the damage is irreparable. One thing's for sure, actions will speak louder than words. Implementing real changes, showing genuine remorse, and rebuilding trust with her team and customers, that's the only way forward. What do you think? Will Matilda's apology be enough? Can Djerf Avenue recover, or is this the beginning of the end? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Until next time, stay tuned, stay curious, and as always, keep questioning everything.